Kirito noticed the trouble Maho was having and came over. I don't know why that was such a hard to read sentence. Maho was stubborn and decided to pretend nothing was wrong.
大丈夫よ。別に困ってなんかいないもの。
困ってるじゃないですか。
困ってません。
そうですか。
そうです。
でも私も借りていきたい本があるので。
Kirito easily reached up to the highest shelf and grabbed the book Maho wanted.
背が高い人はいいわね。
It is pretty nice.
いえ、私もそれほど高い方では。
Kirito covered her mouth when she realized she'd said something she shouldn't have.
ありがとう。助かったわ。日本で何か必要なものがあったら言ってね。送ってあげるから。
はい、ありがとうございます。
Kirito handed over the book as she spoke. And then suddenly, her eyes went wide and began to sparkle.
ねえ先輩。
Except they closed.
今の話ですけど。
今の話ってどの話？
独り言ですよ。
え？おー。
It looked like Kirito had come up with a new idea. This was a regular occurrence for Kirito, and Maho was used to it.
それって自我の証明の一つになるんじゃないでしょうか。
アマデウスの？
はい。
確かに。あの子がいきなり独り言を言い出したらびっくりするけれど。
No matter how advanced an AI was, it wouldn't talk to itself unless you programmed it to do that. And there was no need, or even point, to a feature like that. If an AI started talking to itself, that might be a good indication that there was a self to talk to. But Maho hesitated to agree with her.
ここではめったなことを口にするものではないわ。魂は神が人間に与えたもうたものである。そう考える人たちが多いことを忘れないで。
そうでしたね。
Kirito's expression dimmed. Kirito and Maho were both treated as heretics in the lab, especially since they were Japanese and women. And Kirito was simply too talented. Nobody ever actually did anything, but a lot of the older scientists were definitely avoiding her. Dr. Leskinen was the chief scientist, and the fact that he liked the two of them was all that let them do their research in peace. Oh, wow, that's a weird sentence. If the other scientists heard what Kirito had just said, who knows what they'd do. Maho patted Kirito on the shoulder.
ま、しばらく日本でリフレッシュしてくることね。
それが納得いきません。
どうして？向こうの生活だって楽しいと思うけれど。
留学するなら大学院ですよ。なんで高校なんですか？
仕方ないでしょ。日本では年齢的にあなたはまだ高校生なんだから。教授の思いやりは素直に受けておきなさいな。
Maho remembered what Dr. Leskinen had said. Kirito has a fragile personality. All the bickering in the lab is putting her under a lot of stress, and she's at her limit. It might ruin her as a researcher. That's what the professor had said. He was really worried about her.
それに、もともと7月になれば日本に行かなくちゃいけなかったんだから、ちょうどいいじゃない。
はい。実はそれも憂鬱で。
秋葉原テクノフォーラムだったかしら？
公演なんて慣れてないし、何をどうしていいのか。
サイエンス誌に論文が載った以上、これからもどんどん増えるわよ。練習しておかないとね。
やだな。
Kirito whispered to herself. Maho didn't like being around lots of other people either, so she knew how Kirito felt. But there were a lot of scientists who wanted to be published in a major journal, then go on to give public lectures. And she'd beaten out many of them to win that honor. People were jealous. She needed to fulfill her responsibilities, even if just to shut them up. Maybe I'm not that much better, though. Maho silently laughed a little and hated herself for doing it. Maybe I'm just as jealous as they are. That feeling, which was a little like fear, was something that she always felt. The girl in front of her was just that different from Maho. Someone she could never reach, no matter how hard she tried. Someone who'd suppressed everything she'd ever done almost instantly, or surpassed, not suppressed.
先輩
Teresa was peering into her face, confused. Maho felt flustered.
日本でお父さんには会うの？
She'd heard that Kira's parents weren't divorced, but that they were separated. Her mom was still in America, and her dad was in Japan. After Maho said it, she wondered if that was too personal a question. But Kiriso smiled a little. Oh. Words.
父から招待状が届いたんですよ。
へえ。
夏頃新しい理論の発表会をするそうです。それを見に行こうかと思ってます。
新しい理論って？
Kiriso's smile changed into a small expression of consternation.
まだ詳しく聞いてないんですよね。相対性理論に関することらしいんですけど。
Maho felt like she was hiding something, but didn't question her anymore.
とにかく気をつけて行ってくることね。お土産期待しているから。
Presents.
そうね。せっかく秋葉原に行くのだから、何か珍しいものがいいわ。秋葉原詳しいのよね。
なんでです？
休憩時間によくそういうサイト見てるじゃない。
まさかアマデウスが喋ったんですか？
あの子はそんなことしないわ。あなた、私が後ろにいるのに動画に夢中になってて気づかないことがあるわよ。はあ
まさかバレていたなんて、自分のうかつさが憎い。
Kiriso actually seemed upset for once. This really surprised Maho.
先輩、お願いです。どうか他の人たちには内密に。
別に隠すことはないと思うけれど。
The idea of sharing a secret with Kiriso made Maho happy.
わかった。言わないでおくわ。
助かります。
Kiriso seemed genuinely relieved. Maho continued.
ねえ、あなたが日本から戻ってきたら、アマデウスが独り言をつぶやけるかどうか、二人で検証してみましょう。
はい。
Kiriso had a very happy look on her face. It was the face of a born scientist who loved to explore the unknown more than anything in the world. Her smile was as innocent as that of a child who'd just been given a new toy. It was very beautiful. And it was one of the reasons that Maho liked the younger researcher quite a bit. But the promise the two of them had made would never be fulfilled. In fact, they would never even meet again. That got dark real quick. It felt like she was thinking about Kiriso more and more since she'd come to Japan. Maho didn't know if it was because she was in Japan or because she was talking with the Amadeus Kirisu more often. Or maybe, was it because she'd met the young man named Rentaro Okabe?
私の知らないクリスを知っている人か。
Thinking back, the first day they'd met, she'd broken down and cried right in front of him. It was something she didn't really want to remember. She chased the memories away out of embarrassment.
さては岡部さんのことを考えていましたね。
She snapped her head toward the PC monitor. Maho was in the middle of a conversation with Kirisu. Quotation marks.
そうね。
She shrugged her shoulders and tried to ignore Kiriso's mischievous smile.
不思議だと思わない？レスキネン教授が岡部さんのことをあそこまで買っているなんて。2度しか会ったことのない相手なのに、あなたのアクセス権も渡してしまったし、あそこまで信用していいのかしら。
誠実そうな人でしたが。
そう？向上心があるのかないのか、少しつかみどころがない人だったわ。
好きなんですか？
あな ね。
Just right to the point. Maho brought her face close to the monitor and glared. But Kiriso seemed unconcerned.
別に取り繕う必要はないでしょ。昨日は本人の目の前だったから仕方ないにしても、今は私たち二人きりですし。
Kiriso may not have looked like someone who would, but she really enjoyed this sort of gossip. Maybe girl talk was the right word. Maho sighed and sat back in her chair. The creaking sound echoed throughout the empty office.
本当にそんな感情はないわ。岡部さんがどんな人なのかさえまだよく分かっていないのだから。
なるほど。まあそうでしょうね。
Kiriso let the matter drop. This bothered Maho a little.
ただ気になるのは。
何です？
いえ、なんでもないわ。
Maho had been spending a lot of time thinking about something since yesterday, to the point where she'd even put off her research. What kind of relationship was there between Kiriso and Okabe? What was Kiriso feeling in the days before she died? She would have liked to ask Okabe if she could.
先輩、私のオリジナルと岡部さんは知り合いだったんですか？
Maho shivered. It was as if Kiriso had been reading her mind.
どうして分かったの？
岡部さんの話や先輩の反応などを聞いて判断しました。状況証拠を積み上げただけですが、証明しましょうか？
別にいいわ。あなたのことだから反証の余地もないでしょ。
The way they used words like proof in normal conversation show that both Maho and Kirisu were scientists at heart.
相手だけが一方的に私との記憶を持っているのでは、対話に齟齬が出てしまう可能性が高いです。
彼と話していく上でどうするのかはあなたに任せる。岡部さんの方から切り出してくるかもしれないし、なんならあなたから聞いてみてもいいわ。
Maho still didn't know if Okabe would even access Amadeus at all. They weren't forcing him to.
知らないふりをするというのは嘘をついているのと同じことになりますよね。興味深いデータが取れそうな気がします。
Yes, it was interesting. But that was her opinion as a researcher working on Amadeus. How would Rentaro Okabe feel about it? Wouldn't this be rubbing salt on the wounds in his heart? Maho realized she was getting much too sentimental.
やっぱり日本に来たせいなのかもしれないわね。
It had been a week since she'd arrived. The first thing she'd planned to do was offer flowers. But she still couldn't bring herself to visit the Akihabara radio building, the place where Kirisu had died. Who was that? I don't know who that was. The sun was setting earlier, now that December had arrived. Katsume Nakase was surprised by how quickly it had gotten dark while she was out rummaging through the cosplay shops. The wheeled suitcase on the ground next to her felt heavy. She'd done her best to jam everything she'd brought today inside and was bursting at the seams. Still, spending a whole day shopping with her cosplay friends was a lot of fun. She felt tired, but it was a good tired. Her footsteps were light as she walked back to the station.
ふぶきちゃん、スキップしちゃいそうだね。
Does this game have like multiple protagonists? Because that would be a strange... I mean, it wouldn't be like a strange thing that happened. It would just be not what I was expecting. That's probably a better way to describe it.